Hello Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. Let's get right into it. The wheel is turning. It's at the bottom. It seems like this whole thing is about a change that's coming in. Things are going differently than expected. The wheel is coming in. I only want one of these cards. I don't know why, but we're just going to leave it at that. The wheel is... It feels like this whole thing is about dealing with a change, unexpected change, the wheel turning. It feels like the whole thing going on is about that. Because when I'm seeing this happen, it literally is unexpected. Other people seem to be okay with it. The Empress card is kind of like a change was needed. Other people seem to be feeling good about it, feeling like this is a good time for things to be reevaluated and to decide what's coming next and to prepare for that. It feels very like, let's look out for each other, let's help each other move forward. It feels good, but when I'm getting on your side is the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Wands. Change is happening, but it's happening very rapidly. And it's hard to see what's really going on behind the scenes. It's hard to see how everything is adding up. And it's kind of like, I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this is going to go well. I don't know about the next stage coming in. I don't really know if I want the last. Like, it feels like you were very comfortable with the last era, if you will. Whatever it was, you seem to have been comfortable with it. You knew how to deal with it. You know what to expect. I feel like that's what it is. You knew what to expect. And now with everything changing and, you know, bubbling all over the place, it's kind of like it's thrown you off balance. I've been trying not to use that word with Libra, but I use it all the time. It's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I like this. And I can't keep an eye on everything anymore because everything is changing so quickly. A lot of decisions are being made, and I feel like you would like to be a part of a lot of these decisions that you just can't be a part of because it's almost like you find out a decision needs to be made after it's been made. And it's just kind of like, I would have liked to have been involved with that, but it's too late. It's already moved on. Other people are going right forward. Like, they see a problem, they make a decision, they keep going forward. You would have liked to have been included in the decision-making process, but it's like it's done. It's like on its way down the conveyor belt. It's already on its way. It's already in the mail. It's like it's already done. So I feel like this energy is like really kind of uncomfortable for you. You're like, there's not enough time to really think about what we're doing. We're not thinking about where things are going, how this is going to play out, if this is really a good action or not a good action. Things just seem to be going quickly. People are working together, but decisions are being made too quickly. I'm getting that on your side. You're like, there's not enough thought going into these solutions, and they might not actually be solutions because of it. You're uncomfortable with it. I feel you very uncomfortable with it. Now, that's where this is starting. The next phase that's coming in, as we're dealing with the wheel turning, is you're trying to stabilize things. It feels like some of these decisions that were made were not made the best. Nobody tried to make a problem. People were actually trying to make solutions. Best of intentions, but they didn't pan out the best. The Ten of Swords with the protection is kind of like, I feel like it's like things were done incorrectly and they have to be rectified. They have to be fixed. There's not an option for it. It has to be fixed. And people are very upset about that. To rectify problems, to make sure things going forward have a chance to really work out correctly, I feel like things have to be redone. And people are very bent out of shape about it, very upset about it. Like, it's kind of like a lot of wasted effort that has to be redone. But protection coming in with it is telling me has to be done, has to be corrected, has to be redone. People are not happy about it. On your side, I feel you looking at this kind of like, nope, we definitely need to redo these things. Nope, it has to be fixed. Nope, we got to go back and do it. We got to fix this. We have to. You got the Ten of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles, kind of like, I want things to correct, and I want the future to look better. I want things to go better going forward. We have to correct this. We got to go back and redo these decisions and remake some situations go the right way. If we have to clear off the board completely and start from square one, then we have to do that. Hopefully we don't have to go that far into this, but whatever we need to do, we need to correct it, and we have to spend the extra time doing that. And you got the Ten of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles, you're holding to it as strongly as possible. Every time somebody tries to veer away from it, kind of well, let's just let it be and keep going forward. You're like, no, let's talk about this. This is what happens if we leave it that way. This is what we have to deal with down the road. If we don't deal with it now, it could be 10 times worse later. We need to deal with it now. We need to fix it now. And you're stabilizing it. With the Ten of Pentacles, you're bringing a lot of stability into the future, and you're holding to it. You're like, we need to do this. The environment is the Six of Cups, things that went wrong in the past. In the past, it wasn't seen as wrong, but it turns out that there was wrong decisions made or wrong solutions or didn't work. The past has to be corrected. You're holding to it, and you're making sure it does get corrected. This is putting things more in alignment with the way it should be. I don't want to say balance because I don't feel like that's true. I feel like more in alignment with how it should be. I don't feel balance is really happening at this point. I don't think things are balancing. I think things are lining up. There seems to be a difference between that. I wouldn't say things are balanced here. I wouldn't say that at all. But lining things up so maybe in the future that it's a possibility is what's going on now. Let's line it up. Let's get it on point. Let's, sharpen up the edges. And hopefully there's a time in the future where we can put it in perspective the way it should be. Hopefully. All right, so as we keep going forward, you're still getting a lot of resistance. People are still making decisions, just off-the-cuff decisions. And they don't seem to know what they're doing, really. And I don't see you trying to come in here well, I know all. I don't see you doing that, but I feel like you're saying, listen, some of these decisions we need to slow up on. We need to go a little slower. We need to think more before we make decisions. We need to go through things more. We need to mull it over more before we start making these decisions. But I'm getting this Knight of Wands is quick decisions are being made, and it's not going the best. Things are better than they were. From this part with this rework situation, things are a lot better, but things are not quite right. Somebody, at least one person, if not more, are making quick decisions, and it's causing problems. It's kind of it feels like, when you get a scratch on your car, and so you have an emerald green car, and then you have those little paint things there, you cover the scratch, and it's it's an emerald green car, and somebody's using mint green to cover the scratch. You're like, all right, technically that's covering the scratch, but it's so painfully obvious that there's, that's not the right color. I feel like it's more obvious than the scratch was to begin with. It's that. No, that's okay. You're green. Yeah, it's technically a green. Okay, yeah, but it's completely the wrong green, and it's making it painfully obvious that this isn't right. But it's also that level of a problem. It's a scratch. It's just really things aren't right. This isn't matching up right. This is not the right way to do it. Quick decisions being made that way. And people keep forcing it forward. I'm getting the Seven of Wands is people are forcing it forward. And it is getting better. I feel like it's all right, that's the wrong color. Let's try to find a better shade. So instead of getting emerald green, then they get hunter green. And you're like, all right, that is closer. Yeah, that's closer. Still wrong. No. But, all right, you're doing better. Because I see you, you're working with this energy. Success is going to happen with the Seven of Wands, but it's it's a struggle. It's not the Ten of Wands struggle, but it's just kind of it's working, it's getting better. You're not quite happy with it with the Four of Cups. It is working, it's getting better, but you're just kind of seriously, can't you just slow up? And all right, it's emerald green. Let's find that emerald green shade and use emerald green to cover the scratch on the emerald green car. It's not mint green. It's not hunter's green. It's emerald green. It's gonna, if even hunter's green, it highlights that it's not the right color. It's too dark now. Like, you could see it. Like, it's not right. And I feel like it's getting aggravating, but things are working out. And but you're just kind of like, really with you? Really? Really? Like, it says right here, emerald green. Why can't you just get emerald green? Why do you keep doing this to me? Why can't you just slow up and listen to me or talk with me? I'll help you find emerald green. I'll point out, listen, emerald green, says it right here. Get the emerald green. It's just driving me nuts. And I feel like it's not that bad, but it's just kind of like, hey, like, really with you? And I feel like that's the energy you have towards this. Like, really with you? Why can't you just slow down and talk to me? Or talk this out before you make these decisions? These little problems are just annoyances, and they don't have to be. This would go a little better, a lot better, quite frankly, if they would just kind of slow down and talk out these decisions before they made these decisions. But success is coming. It's going to get better. It continues to get better. I actually have to be honest. This energy just seems like it's going to be constantly like this going forward. Just constantly little decisions like that are just a little annoying to you. Not the end of the world, but just kind of like, if you would just slow down and talk to me first, or talk these things out first, it would go a lot better. It just would go a lot better. I feel like that's a big thing with this. They're just saying, see this energy for what it is, realize that that's going to be what you have to deal with, and just try to work around it. It's little minute things, but like, if you see it, the sooner you see this energy for what it is, and I feel like right in the center here, when you have to correct things from the past and you're holding to that, you'll identify it right off. You'll know who that person is. Just to keep an extra eye on that person, things should go easier for you. That's how that person is always going to be. There's no changing it. Just try to work with it best you can. It's going to get a lot better, though. It seems fine. It's interesting to me because I feel like it's an aggravation that's like it's not worth being aggravated about, because it's not going to change. It's always going to be that way. So if you see that and accept that right in the beginning, like, yep, that's how they are, always going to be that way. It's not going to change. I feel like you can set yourself up to be expecting of it. So like, yeah, okay, there's a scratch on the emerald green car. Hopefully they at least get a shade of green. We'll see how it plays out. It's kind of one of those feelings. Like, yep, that's going to be an issue. I got other things I got to handle. I can't babysit it, but I know it's going to happen. I'm okay with it. Whatever. I feel like that's just changing your perspective. Like, yep, that's going to be an issue, but it's not the end of the world. Whatever. That will put you more in a power position, so it doesn't aggravate you as much. You're just kind of like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. So be it. If they at least get a shade of green, I guess I can't complain that much. And we'll go from there. I think that's what this is all about. Just about identifying this energy and just coming to peace with it for what it is. I feel like that's the whole point of this reading. The sooner you're able to do that, just like, yep, they're going to drive me nuts. I'm going to let it be. The sooner you're at peace with it, the easier your life is. And that's that. All right. I'm going to shut that down there. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.